Hey everyone, it's Megan and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new here. This week I wanted to go over what these are and why you should be making a pair of them. Plus we get to take a little bit of frustration out. With me working on the Prom 2024 project for my oldest daughter Skyler, I wanted to go ahead and make a pair of lacing strips. I did this a little bit differently. I actually went ahead and made the full corset back for the mock-up, and whenever I'm done, I'm going to actually cut this out right along here. Not only is this time saving for in the future, but it's also a big money saver. The reason why I say that is these grommets I only have to set once. And grommets, no, they're not the cheapest, but they're also not the most expensive thing that you would be buying when making corsets or making dresses. You only have to set them once, and then you just sew in this panel into all of the different corsets that you are making for mock-ups. Now let's head on over to my patterning table so I can show you everything that you're going to need for this project. Let's see what all you may need. Coutil, or a strong non-stretch woven fabric. I found I like working with this bull denim. A ruler, something to mark your project with. Today I'm just using a normal pen. Still boning. For this project I'm using boning from an old corset, but I do have a roll of boning coming in, which you'll see later on. You can use zip ties if that's all you have on hand, but try and find better quality ones if you can. Grommets and something to set them with. Unfortunately, the grommet press I ordered isn't here yet, but you don't need a press. I'll be using the tools that came with my grommets I picked up from Joann's the other day. In all, I know in my last video I showed where I used a hole punch. This time I'm doing this to last, so you'll want to use an awl to open up the fabric where you want the grommets to go. A pattern or an old corset. Today I'm using the pattern from last week, and I'll show you how to update that here in a few minutes. And you'll also need something to actually cut your fabric with. Now, why am I using this exact pattern? Honestly, the Dolores pattern is most likely always going to be what I base my patterns on, or at least around this pattern. Since I know I need to make another mock-up for Skyler, why not hit two birds with one stone? I will place this lacing panel into this mock-up when it is completed, and then I'll cut it out when I am done. As you can see, I did add a 1/4 inch onto this pattern, so you don't need to do that. I am doing it to close the lacing gap in Skyler's dress. I also mark the boning and grommet channels. Since my bones are a 1/4 inch wide, I want the boning channels to be 3/8 of an inch. The grommets I picked out are also a 1/4 inch large eyelets, but that is for the hole. After measuring them, they are about 1/2 inch wide, so I made the grommet channel 5/8 of an inch. I'll show you how I account for that here in a few minutes. Now, when you start to make a lacing panel from a corset pattern like this, you do need to go ahead and trace out the pattern complete. Especially if you've already made changes to the pattern, you need to go ahead and trace it out again like I am here. I'm also marking my waistline and all of my other lines that I may need for making adjustments on the corsets. That way, it's mainly just for this mock-up that's coming up, but for the lacing panel, you just need that first 1.5 to 2 inches of the lacing panel. So you don't need to go through all of this trouble, but if you're going to cheat like I am and use this lacing panel for the first mock-up and then cut it out, so all you have to do is sew this on to the next mock-up, then you can skip all of this. But if you're going to go ahead and cheat, go ahead and make sure you mark all of this information down so you're able to complete the mock-up completely. And yeah, that's where we'll go from there, and I will go ahead and add some text if there's anything in here. Otherwise, let's go ahead and listen to a little bit of music. What if you don't have a pattern to go off of? One of the best videos on this topic is actually going to be from Noelle over at Costuming Drama. She has a video on this topic and goes through making just a plain lacing strip to go in the back of your mock-ups. I'm cheating by going ahead and making the full corset back, but you don't have to make the full corset back. You can just go ahead and make a lacing strip. After you finish this video, go ahead and head on over to Noelle's channel, Costuming Drama. guys, that's it for here, but I do have some goodies that I wanted to open with you. So I know you probably can't see what I am doing, but I am going to go ahead and open this up. I went ahead and ordered some supplies online this past week, and one of them was my boning. Let's see if I can get this just ripped open. I went ahead and ordered some stuff online, and it's from the website Corset Making Supplies. And I ordered some bone tips, and the other thing in here is actually detachable garters for me, because I've learned that I really don't like having my stockings slide down my legs, even though they have those little gripper things. But I also ordered a 10-yard roll of continuous spiral boning, and it's a 1/4 inch thick. I don't know if you're able to really see that real well. And then I also ordered a 10-yard roll of the white steel boning, also at a 1/4 inch. I did order 5 dozen of the boning tips. That is my little package for today. I am waiting on my grommet press, and I am also waiting on my Mood Fabrics stash, but that's not going to be for this dress or anything to go along with this project. You could see here in the last video that I actually just punched holes in the last mock-up of Skyler's dress, or the corset for Skyler's dress. It did fine. I did go ahead and find some actual lacing that was from one of my older corsets. We'll be using that for the next one. So the next video is going to be me altering the full pattern to do the neckline that we are wanting for Skyler's dress. So, alright guys, I will see y'all next week. Blessed be. Have a wonderful day.